U.S. Army Medal of Honor recipient George Sisler. On February 7, 1967, Lieutenant Sisler was the platoon leader on patrol, deep within enemy-dominated territory. Lieutenant Sisler's platoon was attacked from three sides by a company-sized enemy force. Lieutenant Sisler quickly rallied his men, deployed them to a better defensive position, called for airstrikes, and moved among his men to encourage and direct their efforts. Learning that 2 men had been wounded and were unable to pull back to the perimeter, Lieutenant Sisler charged from the position through intense enemy fire to assist them. He reached the men and began carrying one of them back to the perimeter, when he was taken under more intensive weapons fire by the enemy. Laying down his wounded comrade, he killed 3 onrushing enemy soldiers by firing his rifle and silenced the enemy machine gun with a grenade. As he returned the wounded man to the perimeter, the left flank of the position came under extremely heavy attack by the superior enemy force, and several additional men of his platoon were quickly wounded. Realizing the need for instant action to prevent his position from being overrun, Lieutenant Sisler picked up some grenades and charged single-handedly into the enemy onslaught, firing his weapon and throwing grenades. During his charge, Lieutenant Sisler was mortally wounded by enemy fire and succumbed to his wounds after dispatching the enemy. This singularly heroic action broke up the vicious assault and forced the enemy to begin withdrawing.